Hey guys, Harley Day Rider back at you once again. Your good old friend HDR. They're preparing to take a ride on a 2018 Road Glide Ultra. Today it's about 50 degrees outside, so I thought, why not? Take a little buzz and see what's going on out there in the world. I did put a little bit of fuel stabilizer in the old tank today, so I'll go down and fill it up with gas. All right, let's get underway here. Alright, get the old door shut. There we go. Alright guys, as always, I'll see you back on the road. Alright, now that we're back out on the road there, so this is a question, and we probably covered this last year, probably even the year before, but once the fuel stabilizer's in your bike, do you normally take it out and take it for a run? You know, I never like to just put fuel stabilizer in the tank and just leave it sit. Some guys will tell you, well, take the bike. And if push comes to shove, if you waited too long to, you know, put the fuel stabilizer in, like you're going to put your bike up for the winter, if you waited too long, if nothing else, just simply trying to figure out where my microphone is. If nothing else, at least sit on the bike, right, and just shake it back and forth. Like, you know, get that tank swashing around there a little bit, and get the fuel additive, whatever you're using, to mix in with the fuel that's in the tank. But another thing I never like to do is, I don't like to leave my bike sit in the cold, you know, when it gets really, really cold, unless the fuel tank is full. Now, if you ever watch Sean Smoke, when I first started riding again and started worrying about winterizing my bike or putting it up, or even just preparing, let's say we're preparing it for cold weather. You know, with me, winterizing is a bad term. Some of you guys out there say, HDR, you winterize your bike like 20 times a winter. It's like, well, I think more or less what I'm doing is preparing it for the cold. And, you know, if I take it out and run a tank of gas out, yeah, I'm going to put more fuel additive into it and fill the tank back up. But, and don't worry, guys. There will be a point here where I will cover the bike up and I always, what I like to do also, I don't know if you do this or not, but some guys put screen over their exhaust pipes. I do put an old pair of tube socks over my exhaust pipes. Because let's face it, the little critters out there, little mice or whatever, they get cold also in the winter, right? And they look for a nice place to make a nest. So I always do that. I like to cover the old exhaust pipe up. And winterizing to me is just, I guess it's a different. I talked to a gentleman the other night, we were chit-chatting, and he said the same thing. He said he never really puts his bike away or stores it for the winter. He gets it ready for cold weather, and then if it's a decent day, he takes it out and he goes for a ride. So, you know, and yeah, we do. We watch for salt. I know a lot of you said, why you take that expensive motorcycle out there in the salt and, you know, get it all dinged up? And, you know, I do my best not to, and I do my best to hose it off before I put it back away. So, in Pennsylvania, you just don't know when it's going to get that bad. And when it does finally get that bad, where it's raining ice every other day, and I'm shoveling the sidewalk, and that's when I'll cover her up, and I'll just leave her sit in the garage. But, No, I don't do the extreme stuff there. We talked before about D-Best 1A. You know, he drops all of his fluids and takes his fluids out, puts his bike up on a jack and covers it. I don't really go to that extent, but he lives in New York, so he lives further up north than I do, so I understand it, you know. But yeah, I never really go to that extent. Anyway, so it's a 50-degree day today, and Mrs. HDR actually went out with her daughters. They went to the movies, and she said, well, what are you going to do all day, hon? And I said, I don't know. So I am taking some classes, actually, believe it or not, more computer classes. So I was working on that, and I got to a point where you can only put so much knowledge in your head in one day. So what I did was I shut that down, went down and watched a little bit of had my lunch, watched a little bit of TV, and then decided to get dressed here, throw the freeze-out gear on because it's 51 degrees, so I didn't really need the electric gear, right? I didn't need the heated stuff, so of course I wish I would have now. My hands are a little chilly, that's for sure. But anyway, that's alright. I'm not going to be out long. Just got to take a little spin here and like I said, get this fuel mixed up. It's funny when you haven't been on the bike for, you know, a week or so, a couple of weeks. It's almost like you forget how to ride the damn thing. But anyhow. And it is true, folks, motorcycles like cold weather. They'd rather be a little cooler than they would be warmer. So, whoops. They're at the shooting range getting ready for, must be getting ready for hunting something. Alright everybody, but thanks for riding along with me there, and hopefully we won't have a long, harsh winter. They're calling for a mild winter, so we'll see how that goes. See if we can't get out here more and get some riding in with you folks and be able to chit-chat some more. Alright, take it easy everybody. We'll talk to you next time. Remember, ride your ride, be safe out there. Harley Day Rider will be down and out once again in the beautiful southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now.